You read the title. I fumbled the love of my life. I fumbled my love. I fumbled the girl that I thought that is going to carry my children. Even though she said she didn't want to have any kids, but still, I would convince her. So what happened is I met this girl from work, and the first time I saw her, I was like, yeah, that's like, I felt something. I felt the connection. I was like, this girl is gonna be mine. And it actually played out that way, that we here and there talked a little bit while I work at just a little bit. Well, we had these interactions where you kind of feel like there's something going on. There's some sparks right there in between them. And once she was like nonchalant waiting outside the door because her shift was over and it was just smoking. She's a smoker. Also something I usually don't like, but I don't care with her. So she was smoking right there. And she was like leaning on the wall, like the wall was here. And she was leaning like this, and I came out right here. And I came out, I saw her, I stood, and I was like, man, this is the law of attraction. This is destiny. This is the universe telling us that we're supposed to talk right there. And we talked longer, and we talked for hours. And we went on a walk and talked even more, and we were just connected. And we were like, it was quite obvious that there was something between us. So, yeah, and what happened then? I even forgot, honestly. Then I told her, yeah, that's right. Then we talked on the phone a couple days later, and then she said like the next day, oh, you know what? We're not compatible. This won't work. Like, she just DM'd me and said, I don't think I can do this. Sorry. I said, all right, I'm going to accept it. It's a shame. I actually reserved some tables for us in a restaurant. So yeah, then I moved on. But I knew she's going to come back. She will come back. So she came back, of course. We had the same interaction. And I knew like we are going to have a shift where we're going to work at the same time. It's going to end at the same time, and we're going to have a talk like that again. And it happened again. We talked for like 5-6 hours in the car because it was so cold outside. And, we talked on the phone a couple days later, and we wanted to do a date. And now the date is supposed to be tomorrow, but she's not responding to my text since 2 days, and she's not returning my call. So I'm not really optimistic on the date tomorrow. And now you might wonder, man, what is wrong with this girl, and what did you do wrong? So for everybody who doesn't really know my channel, basically anyone who's watching, I got like 15 followers. So who even knows me? Who am I? I am nobody. That's what you call me, Archive of Solitude. I wonder if I call myself Archive of Chat though, but whatever. Back to topic, back to the main topic. This girl is an avoidant, feminine, attraction style kind of girl. She's avoidant. She's like the wizard list type of girl. And I made a video about that. You can watch it on my channel. And she pushes away, all right? When she feels vulnerability, she pushes away. Either if it's from my side or her side, she pushes away. She distances herself. And the first time I was way too close. Like I was like analyzing her right in front of her and telling her, you are doing this because of this and stuff. And she was like, she got basically scared of me. Like she didn't physically get scared of me, but she felt like she got too vulnerable, and she doesn't like that. Like all these type of women do. They are all really, really careful, and they test men. They expect a lot from a man, and that's actually fine in some case, like in some views and perspectives, because they're more careful who they open up to, and I believe that women should do this more. But like in overall, these girls, like especially her, they overdo it in a sense of they date someone in the hopes or in the imagination that it won't work. They always look for the things that won't work. They don't look towards connection. They look towards avoidance and like stuff not working out. They don't look towards something that is good or something that will work out well. So that's the issue with this girl, but I'm not gonna lie, I fell in love with her, so I didn't care. And I'm still in love with her. And yeah. And the thing was, now I need to figure out how I'm gonna deal with this girl. at the beginning, and I was like, all right, let me ask AI. All right, I got the paid version of ChatGPT. I was like, all right, I'm gonna look it up, okay? And I'll research and research and research, and I got the formula. It was like being a calm, masculine man, not being too obnoxious and caring, and you should be caring, but you shouldn't be too close. You should be warm, but not hot. You should let her ease into you. And I did a good job at that the last time we met. You should also give her validation when she's being close to you, being warm. You should never criticize her when she's getting warm. You should always, always validate and make her feel good when she's around you. And at other times, you should keep your distance through text, through calls. Well, through calls is here and there. AI says no, but I believe it's okay through calls to be a little bit more closer. But through text, you should be somewhat distant, all right? Because texts really show them that you are invested or not. If you text her more than she texts you, or you respond early or whatever, she will think that you are way too invested and she doesn't care about you anymore. She doesn't want you to be, she doesn't want her to be your only option. She wants you to be a man who has multiple options, not in a way of that you're dating multiple people, but that you're a man who's capable. And you shouldn't also ignore them because you're actually ignoring them. You should ignore them because you're actually busy. All right. And that's what I did with her. And I kind of overdid it. All right. My plan was this. Look, we talked on Monday, and I was like, all right, on Sunday we have the date. We talked about a date, and I said we're going to have a date on Sunday. And I told myself, all right, I'll talk to her on Thursday. 2 days after, I'll call her, just talk and make out a time for Sunday. And then we'll meet on Sunday. So that's like 2 days in between and 2 days in between. It would have been perfect. And I texted really rare and cold, like dry, really dry and somewhat flirtatious. Like I was kind of flirting with her. She asked me some random questions throughout the day because I wasn't asking her any. I wasn't texting her at all. She asked me like, at what time do you go to sleep? Actually, she texts me so much, man. She texts me about stuff that we talked about stuff that I said. She texts me about that, and I would just respond dry and a little bit flirtatious, like putting some flirty stuff in there. And she responded to it, and I believe that worked well. But then Thursday came, and I was at work, and her sister actually also works with me. So I asked her sister if I knew from girl A, well, let's call her girl A. Girl A, her sister likes raw milk. She wants raw milk to like cook with it and make mozzarella and stuff with it. And I drink raw milk like on the casual, just because I like to drink raw milk. So I talked to her at work and said, you know what, I can like get it for you. Like I know a place and stuff. I can make sure that you get it. Like I can send you some contacts. And then she was like, oh yeah, sure. Like just send it to me, right? Yeah. And I couldn't find her in the group chat of our like working group. So I texted the girl and I said, can you send me the number of your sister? And that already sounds bad, right? So she was like, I guess she was confused. She was like, well, it's in the group chat, I believe. And then I said she doesn't have a name. Like there's no profile picture or name like next to it. You know how WhatsApp has like, you can have a picture and stuff, or a name, like a little name next to your number when people don't have saved you yet. So that was what was going on, and she didn't have it. And I was like, yeah, she doesn't have a name, and can you just send it to me real quick? Since that message, she didn't respond to me. And I told myself, and I asked ChatGPT, I should just call her about this. This would be way smarter. And ChatGPT said, no, call her tomorrow. And that messed it all up. And what's making me mad about this is, one, because the girl is gone. And two, I didn't trust my instincts. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Always trust your instincts. Never let a AI get over your instincts, because I was already doing everything all right. You don't have to overthink past that point if you're doing everything good. That was such a mistake, and I lost her now. And I like man, I got a lead today, and I probably got a deal as well. Like, I got a new customer for my editing like business. I'm doing like some editing, and man, I'm just so annoyed by like, I can't be happy about it. I'm still happy about it, but man, I want this girl, and now she's gone. Yeah, so the lesson from this video is trust your instincts. Just trust your instincts. Don't trust the machine. Oh my God, it was like, I should have just called her and said, you know what, can you send me your sister's number because of the milk and stuff. You know, it would have been way cleaner. And the thing is, this girl, I don't know what her issue is now, because now I call her today, yesterday, she's not responding. She's not responding, and like, I believe it's over. It's just over. She's just being distant again, even though I didn't even get so close. She just was confused too much at the start to not respond to me. And man, I don't even know what's going on. I don't even want to think about it. The thing is, look, if she comes back, which is really unlikely, then she comes back, all right? But if she doesn't, I'm steady. I'm calm. I'm good. I already accepted it. It's fine. It's nothing new. Not like this is the first time my heart got broken, right? Sounds so sad, but just the reality of life. There's enough fish out there. She's not the only fish. But yeah, that's it about this girl. And as I said, the lesson is trust your instincts and don't trust AI. Look, if you like the video, don't like, don't subscribe, don't comment. Just go out and meet a girl that you actually love and trust your instincts. Of course, like, maybe research some stuff about girls that are her type. Just describe it to AI and let him tell you. But other than that, just learn it and just read it and then leave it. That's all it is. So yeah, if you like the video, get off your phone, delete social media, delete YouTube, delete everything. And if you don't, I'll see you tomorrow.